This episode of Breaking the Fourth Wall podcast, or Breaking the Fourth Wall Weekly, is brought to you by the Comic Collections. Come check out the Comic Collections at 83 Bustleton Pike, Feasterville, Pennsylvania, or give them a call at 215-357-3332 for all your collectibles and comic book and music needs. Contact the Comic Collections, 83 Bustleton Pike, Feasterville, Pennsylvania. That's 215-357-3332.
Hey everybody, it's CJ Graham. That's right, Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th, Part 6, and you're listening to Breaking the Fourth Wall.
Okay.
Yeah, see, so we're gonna make this an like an international traveling star.
Well, Stolle, you're in Philadelphia area?
Yeah, I'm in Philadelphia.
So they got like what, Independence Hall or something? You could get some pictures with the guitar?
Yeah, I could take it to the Liberty Bell, or if they have it open, where the Constitution of the Independence is.
You're going to take a guitar to the Liberty Bell before you're going to invite us out there?
I've invited y'all out there. There's no excuse.
Cool shit?
There's no excuse. I've already made the invitation to you guys. The guitar is more likely to show up.
Okay, that might be true. I just would love to scale that shit.
Hey, look, if I want to fuck with you guys, I don't know if I could do it on this app.
I'll do it. Yeah. I'll hop on a plane, come visit you fuckers. I've done it before, haven't I?
Have you? I don't know.
He is very good on planes. He likes hopping on planes and surprising people.
He likes hopping on
I still want that
planes.
guitar with the red crystal frets. Those guys still have that, and I want it.
What?
That guitar with the red crystal frets that I was looking at, the V.
Oh.
I still want that.
He still wants that.
He told me to give me a deal on it.
Did you say crystal meth?
No, crystal meth.
A guitar on crystal
Yeah,
meth.
that one guitar with crystal meth on it? That's like every touring band. Like
That's one of Keith Richards' personal collection, right?
Yeah.
Not crystal meth, no, crystal fret.
Oh my god, that's hilarious, friend.
But yeah, make sure you just send me your address, and we'll set it up. I'll send it out to you, and have everybody autograph it. And then if you're around anything like memorable or cool or something like say Don, if you're going someplace
Like me?
like to a city near you that's got a famous place like rock and roll, Hard Rock Cafe or something, take it with you and get a picture up front of there, or.
Oh yeah.
Or,
Bring a little John with me.
Kennedy, could you get a picture at Red Rocks? I mean, it doesn't matter if there's anybody playing or not. Just get a picture of the silly guitar there, and then we'll hand it all back to Willie in the end.
I'm thinking that everyone will do a bunch of posts with the guitar, and it just won't be appropriate to air.
We'll air it anyway. Fuck YouTube. Speaking of, what's up, guys? Welcome to Breaking the Fourth Wall Weekly. We are back, and we actually have a full panel tonight. Go ahead and start off with the guy who's usually late, but actually was on time today, Mr. Colin Washburn.
Hey, what's up, Chris? Good to see you.
And the man that if he says he's Santa Claus, do not let your children sit on his lap, Mr. Don Smith.
Actually, nope. The moms need to come sit on my lap.
There you go.
That's what I'm looking for.
He's got a candy cane to show you. Also joining us is
exactly
Miss Serenity Stone.
Hi.
That works great for our audio audience. And of course, last but certainly not least, joining us once again on the weekly show, normally my co-conspirator on the Journal of the Jedi sections when we have something to talk about Star Wars, Miss Ren. Ren, how you doing?
Hey everyone, I'm doing great.
Yay, Serenity.
It's good to finally be back.
So thrilled to have another female. It won't be just a sausage fest, although the jokes will probably still remain the same.
Of course they will, but I love having back.
Oh, they'll get worse. Definitely worse.
Definitely.
Well, since we don't have much time on this week, we got to get it started off right away, and the best way to start it is with a little bit of the news buffet.
All right. Damn pop-up. See, that's what I'm not used to.
Oh, is
That's
that what
why
it
I'm not
was?
used to doing this yet. So, hey, well,
I thought
welcome to the news buffet. Are you trying to say something?
Yeah, I thought it was the GPS in the background or something. I was like, are you on a trip?
I am always on a trip. Here on the news buffet, we go on a trip every week.
We just don't go anywhere.
And we're going to start our trip in Florida tonight. A Florida man stole candles from a mall store and sprayed dozens of patrons with bear mace repellent before escaping, police said. The theft happened Saturday afternoon at a Bath and Body Works store in a mall in the Doral suburb west of Miami, investigators said. The unidentified suspect entered the store, filled a bag with candles, and then started spraying people with mace. This is an only in Miami story. Doral police spokesman Ray Valdez told the Miami Herald, "You can't make this up." About 35 people were affected. Some were taken to hospitals for treatment, including the store manager, but officials were not sure how many or whether any had been admitted. Bear mace is a strong irritant to a person's eyes and respiratory system, not unlike other products at Bath and Body Works.
Well, Colin, I'll ask.
I added that last part.
It's true. I get a headache walking past the Bath and Body Works. Colin, I'll ask you because I'm not much of a hunter. Is there a difference between bear mace and what cops would use to spray somebody who's not my skin color? That was a joke, folks.
I think
Settle
it's
down.
the size of the canister is what that is.
Probably the size. Yeah. That would be my guess.
Okay, see, I was just wondering. It's like, why bear mace? Is it easier to get, or is it stronger, more potent? Like,
I guess that you can hit more. It's a bigger canister. You can hit more people with it. That's why 35 people were affected, and that's I mean,
a lie.
Good for Bath and Body Works. They have that many people in their store.
That's a lie. It was like 2 people were affected by the mace. Everybody else was affected by that goddamn elderberry scent.
And your mother smelt of elderberries.
I thought in your general direction. I have a terrible accent. I'm sorry.
So you got to love starting out in Florida because we're going to start it out with something like bear mace in a Bath and Body Works.
Right.
I mean, who walks into Bath and Body spraying that stuff all over the place? I mean, it's got to take
Exactly.
a set of
The girl that-
days to do that, right?
There wasn't anybody there. Let's be real. There was nobody breaking in there to steal candles. That was the girl in the front that sprays everybody with the shit as a sample.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it was. They were just starting out that way. Well, that's what triggered him is somebody sprayed him with the sample, and he's like, "Well, fuck you," and he took out his bear mace that he was going to use for something else.
And that's why he stole all the candles. He's going to light them up for some
Right.
aromatherapy to get the fucking smell off them.
Right. I feel like his hand was forced on that. That was.
Thought he was going to get mugged and raped in Bath and Body. It was pretty brutal.
Look, the bottom line, the lesson learned in this is even in Florida, Bath and Body Works fucking sucks.
Yeah. I can get on board with that. All right.
I
My.
can't even talk.
Don't buy
I was
bear
so
repellent at Bath and Body.
distracted. What? I don't know what she did, but she was flickering something at me.
Flickering at you?
See, that's another bad thing. I can't see the video of what's going on because I
She's playing with
don't
the
have
app.
my dual monitors anymore.
She's playing with the different filters on her app again. So
That's all she does. That's like she's just her own distraction. And that the only person distracted was Ren. So
right.
all right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on our trip if we can. If we can get all the fucking kids back in the car to settle down.
Okay.
We are not stopping to pee again, Serenity.
Do not
This
make
is it.
Do not make Don
Do
turn
not
this.
make me turn this podcast around.
I think we already took a wrong turn somewhere, that's for sure.
Because we're heading from Florida all the way out to California now. Because a naked California woman was rescued Tuesday after she got wedged between the concrete walls of two buildings. Holy shit, that must have been a big woman. Let me read that again. A naked California woman was rescued Tuesday after she got wedged between the concrete walls of two buildings, authorities said. The woman was discovered around 2 p.m. in the 1020th block of North Harbor Boulevard in Santa Ana, the Orange County Fire Authority said. Workers at a nearby S&C auto body shop told KTLA that they heard the woman yelling for help, but they were unable to pin down her location and called police for help. We called the cops, and the cops came, and we got on the roof and looked between the two walls, and she's all naked, the worker said. Oh, Jesus. That's
Spend 9 months trying to get out of the womb, and the rest of your life trying to get back in.
The woman was stuck in a space less than a foot wide. Okay, it wasn't that, but still, how did she end up naked and stuck between the buildings?
I mean,
did she like sneak back there to pee or something?
That'd be like the worst place to pee.
Right, because once you squat down, I mean, you're going to get stuck.
Well, that's it. I mean, I like thinking about it. Like a guy, yeah, I could piss down there a foot wide thing because I can aim and do it.
What?
A woman's
well, all we
squat.
have to do is stand at the edge and pee into the space.
That's what I'm saying. But a woman needs to like squat so they're not like messing down their own fucking legs. So what room are you giving yourself to do that?
Wait.
Right.
I know a few chicks who could stand up and pee, so you can't tell me that.
Can they write their name in block letters?
Some of them probably. Yes.
Probably can. Yeah. This day and age, you can't put it past them.
Have to have good hip control.
Just wipe oleo down both sides, all the brick, you see?
Yeah.
And then right in there.
Somebody grabbed the Crisco.
Firefighters were unable to reach the woman and had to perform a technical rescue that required cutting open the concrete wall.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Baby had too much snacks.
Can we break down the initial point of this though? Like, okay, she got trapped in there and they had to break her out, but why was she in there to begin with and butt fucking naked? Like,
because it's Santa Ana, California.
I get it might be hot out or whatever, but seriously, why would you get yourself in that position specifically butt naked? Was like she running from like, was she like climbing out a window because she was fucking some other girl's dude? Like,
that's a possibility. It's a possibility. Oh, I hate that. This would have been a good one too. This next one would have been a damn good one, but it's a video one and not any. It's minister experiences out of body trip to hell before returning to life.
Yeah.
That would have been a great one to read, but unfortunately, that one's just on video. Because I think a lot of ministers should take a trip to hell a couple times.
I've touched too many altar boys. I've let them play with my organ, and then I saw the pits of fire and smoke.
Exactly.
And now I know. Now I know if I'm going to perform pedophilia in the Lord's name, it must be with the females.
Yeah.
Okay.
A Georgia couple had a scare on Sunday when they came. See, we're going back to the other side. We're back in Georgia now, and this damn thing won't stop playing. A Georgia couple had a bit of a scare on Sunday when they came face to face with a large snake family under the bed. Trish Wilcher thought she saw a piece of fuzz on the floor under the bed, but when she searched for it, it suspiciously moved. And then a second later, another piece moved. And I went to my husband, we have snakes. In fact, they had 18 snakes.
What is with all these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane?
Right. Well, this was just in Georgia under the bed. This one wasn't. The couples in their home were non-venomous garter snakes. So that's really no big deal. But there were 18 of them. That's
some nightmare fuel shit.
So there were 19 snakes in the house.
I don't think they counted that one. It was smaller than most of the babies, so they didn't bother to count it.
18 snakes in a duffel bag.
18 snakes
She
and an
thought they were
inchworm.
fuzz to begin with? That's kind of weird.
Yes, it was. Apparently, she thought it was a fuzz snake, because those furry little fuzzy garter snakes.
The
They are
fuzziest
so
snake you ever did see. It was so damn cute.
I mean, you can make a
Yep,
couple.
that's what it says. She thought she saw a piece of fuzz on the floor.
All 18 of them suckers.
Well,
She sure wasn't like just a bunch of caterpillars.
Well, if she could get them trained, she could have a circus right there.
right, exactly. That was Cirque du Snake.
Oh God.
Yeah, come rent out the snake bedroom.
Damn it!
Hourly rates.
You know what? There are people
these
out there.
websites are starting to piss me off.
There are people
I
out
wanna
there that
know,
would pay good
is the
money for
chick
that
who got
shit.
stuck- The chick who got stuck between the buildings, could you get us her number? I'll do an interview.
That's not what
It would have
you
been
want.
great. It would have
You
been
just want
great to
those
do an.
snakes.
It would have been great to do an interview while she was naked, stuck between the buildings. That
Look,
would have been.
Look, Collins
That's when you're going to get the truth
What
right
kind
there.
of questions would you have asked her?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Colin's just excited to know that she is comfortable with small things, small places.
He called
Right,
it
right,
cute.
right.
He said
I
it was
just
cute.
wanna
So
know
that
how
must be
she
what a
got
lot of
naked
chicks
in
tell
there.
him.
Between the buildings. With no oleo. And you had to be dislodged. I mean, there's
We
got to
can-
be a story behind that.
Don't worry, we can order you some KY from fucking GoPuff. It'll be there in 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. You can order. You can probably order a naked woman stuck between two buildings on that damn app. That's.
Oh my God.
We'll have to search that app and see
I
if we
am-
can order 18 snakes and a naked woman trapped between the buildings.
I am not delivering that.
Hey, you pick up the orders, you deliver. You don't question it.
I better get a good tip for that one.
Have an event. We're going to make an event out of it at Holiday at Chris's house.
No.
All right, we're gonna go back on our road trip and head to Connecticut, where an 18-year-old has been charged with computer crimes after police say he hacked into a database and put a quote from Adolf Hitler into a Connecticut high school yearbook. The teen was a student at Glastonbury High School, where the quote appeared in May beneath the photo of an unsuspecting classmate. It read, "It is a quite special secret pleasure how the people around us fail to realize what is really happening to them."
Please.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
Please,
that's
please tell me the kid that he put that quote under was a Jewish kid, just to make it that much more of a hate crime.
Oh, that would have been that would have made a lot more people angry. But
I mean, there had to be a purpose behind it, right?
right, I would assume that the
By the way, I'm not condoning writing fucking quotes from Adolf Hitler in your school yearbook, but if you're gonna do it right.
Police said the same student was responsible for another unauthorized yearbook entry, which referenced one of the Boston Marathon bombers and drug use. The teen, who was previously barred from attending his graduation ceremony, faces 2 counts of third-degree computer crime and is due in court on August 6th. So we'll have to get an update on this little asshole.
Dude, I am totally edgy. I'm going to use everything that pisses everybody off to make me look famous. You're a fucking loser, dude. I hope you listen to this podcast. You're a complete fucking disgrace. Like, I can't even
Did
make
they
fun
give you
of
a
you.
list?
Hey,
Like,
if he
you
listens
said
to the
approved.
podcast, here you are dogging him. You just lost our only listener.
I'd rather lose that one and only listener to condone his actions. That's just a straight asshole. I hope somebody fucking rapes him in prison.
He's a piece of shit.
Yep. God.
He should be
Send
stuck
them.
between. He should be stripped naked and stuck between 2 buildings and have 18 living garter snakes shoved up his ass.
Damn, that is a Collins fantasy and a History of the World Part 1 reference all in
I
one.
don't want that guy's.
Into the garter snakes. I mean, they have feelings.
I don't
too.
want that guy's number.
What did you say, Ryan?
Nah.
Let's not be mean to the garter snakes. They have feelings too.
Right.
Poor snake.
Oh yeah, they feel smooth and slimy.
Did you
And apparently in Georgia, they often are confused with balls of fuzz.
And did you guys hear Colin's response? He does not want his address, that guy's address. He does not get the Little Johnson. He gets Big Bubba instead. Fucking prick.
Yeah, sure. Well, it's probably that kid in that movie Euro Trip who was dressing up and bouncing around in the background, and he put the marker right here on his underneath his nose and made himself a little Hitler mustache going on there. Remember that guy?
You know,
Little kid? He probably grew up now. It's probably him.
You know what I hate about the Hitler mustache? Is before Adolf Hitler, that was a fashionable and stylish mustache for men, and now nobody could ever wear it because of Adolf Hitler.
Right. Well, you know why it was a fashionable mustache, don't you?
Why?
In World War I, they had, if they wanted a mustache, they had to shave it that way. Otherwise, they couldn't fit their gas masks.
True.
Their gas mask wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah.
So that was why they did that. That's why that became a popular thing.
But nobody this day and age, no matter what color you are, doesn't matter if you're male or female or somewhere in between, you can never wear that mustache because of Adolf Hitler.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Can't do it. Nope.
It's a damn shame because that mustache is still uglier than sin, but everybody should have the right to wear the facial hair they want.
It still looks dumb as hell. I always just assumed that Charlie Chaplin did it as a joke.
Didn't he?
Yeah, he did kind of.
To be fair, didn't he?
Yeah, he did kind of. I mean,
I don't
with the
think-
whole,
I don't think he woke up one day and
bouncing
said-
the blow ball around.
I don't think he
Okay,
woke
I'm
up.
lo-
I don't think he woke up one day and said to himself, "You know what would look really cool? The bristles on my toothbrush right underneath my nose."
Right.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Right. I just needed to catch boogers. That's
He's
all.
famous. See, Hitler was famous and he was doing it, so it just seemed right.
All right. A cheesy ice cream. Let's move on from Hitler's mustache because we've got more to cover. We've got more to cover on our little road trip. A cheesy ice cream has debuted. Brooklyn-based Van Leeuwen ice cream turned in the cheesiest of Kraft macaroni and cheese into their ice cream to create Kraft macaroni and cheese flavored ice cream.
Yeah.
We know that there is nothing more refreshing on a hot summer day than ice cream, said Kraft Macaroni and Cheese Associate Brand Manager Emily Violet. This is why we wanted to combine two of the most iconic comfort foods and create ice cream with the unforgettable flavor of Kraft macaroni and cheese and vomit.
Look, I'm going to say it straight out. Most people come up with ice cream flavors because it's something that they crave while they're eating the ice cream. Like they're eating vanilla ice cream. It's like, oh, you know, it would go great with this. Cherries. And it makes sense. You get cherry vanilla ice cream. You know, I've seen this with other ones before. Like Redner's had fucking scrapple flavor and bacon flavor ice cream, which was not as good as it sounds. I tried it. But I have never once sat there with a bowl of ice cream and said, you know, Velveeta shells and cheese would go great with this.
But have you ever sat there eating macaroni and cheese and thought, maybe I should freeze this first?
No. No, I can honestly say I've never had that thought while eating my mac and cheese.
Nope, neither have I, because that's absolutely disgusting. What the fuck is wrong with you? Was it Van Leeuwen ice cream? What the fuck is wrong with you? And Kraft macaroni and cheese brand manager Emily Violet, how could you?
Right?
How dare you?
That is crimes
You
against
should both
humanity
be
right
ashamed
there.
of yourself. Again, bring out the garter snakes and cram their naked asses between two buildings.
Right.
That's just going to be my new punishment for everybody that does stupid things like create Kraft macaroni and cheese ice cream.
That's right. Kraft
Should
Geneva.
garters be used as punishment, though?
That's right. Kraft Geneva Convention punishment.
As punishment when they misbehave, and they'll never misbehave again.
That's the name of this episode now. Kraft Crimes Against Humanity.
Mommy, I don't
Ice
like
cream.
Ice cream. It tastes weird.
Look, these are the same people.
Right?
These are the same people that give people. These are the same
Ice
people
cream
that.
is made with cream and sugar, and it's whipped and it's got air infused into it, right? Now you look at that and you look at cheese. Well, cheese is a product that's made. It's a byproduct of milk, and it's made as a molding process. So moldy cheese and ice cream, it doesn't really grab my saliva and make me want to eat it.
Well,
Do we know if it's sweet or not?
These are the type of people that give people dirty looks for dipping fries in Frosties, but yet they're mixing mac and cheese and fucking chocolate ice cream.
Right.
You know?
right.
I would give bacon a chance, though. How was that?
It wasn't good. It wasn't. The bacon flavoring was more like an aftertaste than actually, like, ooh, bacon flavored ice cream.
Bacon.
Well, usually if it's bacon flavored anything, that's all the flavor is an aftertaste, unless it's actual bacon.
Right.
I think they should put bacon flavor in everything except for douche.
Bacon flavored douche. Yo, I'm down for it. Let's make a market.
See, I was thinking bacon flavored edible panties. That would be okay.
You made the baby cry on that, Don.
Right? How could you?
Absolutely, that's what I do.
No undergarments.
It's not a good show until somebody makes the baby cry.
Well, you see, then if you had bacon flavored undergarments and douche, then you would have the neighborhood dogs chasing your girlfriend down the street, and that would be unpleasurable.
Is that where your mind went? My thought is extra crispy bacon. That shit would be crumbling as soon as she put it on. It would be bacon bits on the floor instead of an edible panties.
I'm not saying it wouldn't last. It would last very long. It wouldn't. But
Yeah, but if it smells like bacon down there, that's not enticing.
it's kind of.
I love bacon as much as the next man, but don't put it down there.
If it smells like bacon, it's fine. If it smells like sausage, leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Yeah, I will eat it without the bacon bits. Moving on. All right.
I'm seriously speechless right now. Like, seriously. Oh my God.
All right, let's get back to the news of the world here.
Can we top bacon flavored edible underwear?
Yeah, you can top it with probably sour cream.
Damn, he whipped that up himself.
Oh my God, that was awesome.
It's like a baked potato. It's split right there anyway.
He single-handedly whipped that one up.
No, there's too much starch in that for that.
Oh, sour cream and chives. Fuck it. All right, moving on.
I think you need to see a doctor about that one.
The Animal Welfare League of Arlington. That's a good direction to go from that. The Animal Welfare League of Arlington untangled an owl and turtle that got stuck together. AWL Arlington discovered the animals were stuck together after receiving a call about an owl in a resident's backyard that could not fly, prompting Deputy Animal Control Officer Ryan Robinson to investigate. Robinson's on the case. Robinson found the owl with a claw clamped between the turtle's top and bottom shell and brought them back to the shelter where he and the Chief Animal Control Officer, Jennifer Toussaint, dislodged the claw and gently separated the two. So there we go. We've gone from bacon-flavored panties to somehow an owl and a turtle getting stuck together.
Because the owl wanted some turtle
cream
soup.
cheese.
Yeah, I was looking for the sour cream.
Oh, sorry. I was close.
Oof! No. Who? How many licks does it? How many licks does it take to get to the center of that turtle? Let's find out.
Right, probably quite a few, but I think an owl turtle offspring of the two would be fantastic.
You really got to sink your hooks into it.
Right, a turtle that can fly.
All of a sudden, I want snapper soup. I'm not joking. I really want some snapper soup.
No, that's a different kind of snapper.
Oh, with sour cream and chives. Stuck between a brick wall.
This road trip has brought us so many different places, but since we're talking about it anyway, Spice Company McCormick will pay a taco lover $100,000 over 4 months to innovate new seasoning mixes and big, deep What? And dig deep into what the dig deep? Sorry, my brain went. Yeah, it was like big deep into taco. Let's try that again. Spice Company McCormick will pay a taco lover $100,000 over 4 months to innovate new seasoning mixes and dig deep into all things taco.
You wanted to go say balls deep, didn't you? You were fighting balls deep, weren't you?
Oh, holy hell! Do you here's? Do you eat tacos like it's your true calling? McCormick questions in an overview of the job description.
Only
now
when
it
she
really
says yes.
can be. McCormick is on the lookout for its first ever director of taco relations, and we're calling all taco fanatics to submit.
I'm telling
The
you.
director of taco relations will keep tabs on social media, taste test, and consult on recipes. Travel across the country to search for the latest trends over a 4-month period, according to McCormick's post. Payment is $25,000 per month and requires availability to work up to 20 hours per week, remotely from September to 20 hours a week.
Dude, just
Eating
hit us up.
tacos.
Just hit us up. We'll do it. We'll do it on air. We'll do it for the podcast. That's promotion for you guys. Hit us up. You don't need nobody else. Pay us the fucking money.
Exactly.
I will come up with the craziest fucking seasoning spreads, and all of them will include fucking Old Bay seasoning and cayenne pepper. Promise you. Maybe some sour cream and chives.
I think McCormick, you can keep most of that money. I just want the title, Director of Taco Relations.
It figures the guy with the tiny golden cock gets the taco relations.
Hey, it's not the size that counts.
Yeah.
If you're director of taco relations, you know what you're doing already.
It sounds like you should have a casting couch, Don.
What makes you think I don't? I am a producer.
All of a sudden, now I know who runs Bang Brothers. Which is this porn site I've heard of. I've never seen it before.
I've heard of it too. I'm not sure what it's about, but you know. Anyway, that is.
I think the title of it kind of tells you. I mean, Bang Brothers.
Right, that's their last name.
Are you saying they're not casting?
Doug and David Bangstein.
Are they? Are you telling me they're not casting for the reboot of Gone with the Wind?
Have they made a porn of Gone with the Wind? They should.
I'm pretty sure. If you look it up, I'm sure it exists.
Does that involve somebody blowing apart?
When I watched Spider-Man bang China dressed as She-Hulk, I knew that nothing was sacred in the porn industry. I'm sure fucking Gone with the Wind has been parodied.
I watched a movie years ago on the old Cinemax like softcore channel that was called Spider Babe. Guess where she shot webs from? Anyway.
Oh no!
Well, it's more accurate than Peter Parker.
Right. Anyway, hey, that was the news buffet. Aren't you glad you joined along for that ride? It started out as a road trip and quite literally turned into a buffet.
In a ditch.
With all the topping.
Very tasty.
And McCormick can make seasonings out of everything we just talked about. Dude, you know how proud I would be? I would walk down a supermarket with my mother and point out McCormick seasonings that our podcast like fucking inspired. Look, Ma, you see that bacon flavored sardine flavor? That was from our joke about fucking edible underwear.
Oh man!
You guys are terrible.
You see that brick and porker flavor one? That's from the fat chick that got stuck between the walls. Okay.
Yeah, you guys are gonna love what I got to tell you about today.
Go ahead. I won't stop you.
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna take it down a notch to a lighter subject. Start off, but
that was a fat joke, wasn't it?
No, it gets fatter. I tell you. All right, so today is July 19th, and apparently today is the anniversary of the release of Tom and Jerry's first cartoon.
Yay!
From 1941, 80 years ago today, Tom and Jerry's first appeared again as an animated cartoon by Hanna-Barbera. featuring the ongoing rivalry between Tom, the house cat, and a mouse named Jerry. The first episode was called the Midnight Snack. Um, let's see, a contest was set up to find a perfect name for both characters by an animator named John Carr. The show's animators, William Hanna and Joseph Barbera, would continue to work on the series for 15 years, creating 161 Tom and Jerry short films for Metro Goldwyn Mayer that played in theaters. Plots involving Tom generally trying to one-up Jerry or one-up each other with much mayhem and destruction to follow. Despite Tom's clever strategies, determined mindset, larger size, and exceptional overall intelligence, he rarely succeeds in winning a round in the ring with Jerry's cunning abilities, audacity, and luck. So yeah, that's kind of cool. That's Tom and Jerry's 80 years old, so happy birthday, kind of, to the release of the first Tom and Jerry episode. And their first episode, the Midnight Snack, you can find on YouTube if you look around.
Did you really just read us
today,
a total description of what the Tom and Jerry show is? It's 80 years old. We all know about it.
Well, what if we might have some millennials that don't know shit, you know? So
Yeah,
I gotta,
Tom and Jerry was aired.
Tom and Jerry rock. Everybody loves Tom and Jerry.
There was a movie for Tom and Jerry that just came out.
Yeah. That's another thing
Really?
that's coming too. Also today is Brian May's birthday. Brian May, as you may or may not know, is the guitarist in the band Queen, and he was born 1947, so he's 74 years old today. Happy birthday, Brian May.
Happy birthday!
So, this past week, I was alerted to a situation. Or a friend of mine owns a local business and we're up here in the middle of Upper Michigan, and we only got like 30,000 people in our town, but they had a gay pride event with drag queens and stuff like that. Well, the person who my friend had running his sound equipment was having some issues with other employees and stuff, and he had to let him go. So he needed somebody to run sound because he took all of his equipment with him. So I had to go over and set that up for the drag queen event, which I'm sure I'm going to get comments and rebuttals from you guys on this, because it was quite interesting, people that I saw there, because I went there and set it up. I said, okay, here's the mute button for the microphone, and here's the mute button for your input on your laptop music playing. And then I washed my hands of it and walked away because they were taking pictures and all kinds of things of people and stuff. I'm like, I'm not going to be in the whole, show of the drag queen stuff with my picture involved. I don't want nothing to do with all that, That wasn't my thing. I was not while I was there, But it was interesting event nonetheless, and my equipment worked perfectly. I mean, my audio equipment worked perfectly.
Good catch, Colin. Good catch. Because I was going there if you didn't.
Right.
Right.
Oh my God.
Quite the overall event that I had to set up audio equipment for. But they went off without a hitch, and nobody came home with me that night. And
which is silly because your equipment worked perfectly.
If you've ever been to an event like that, it's interesting to see what kind of stuff they get into. And I just hung in the background and by the back door. I mean, by the rear entrance of the venue.
You're not helping yourself, Colin. You just hung by the back door. It's all right.
I hung out I was outside smoking cigarettes most of the time. But I'm happy to say that my audio equipment worked perfectly.
Yep, he was outside smoking between the buildings and the brick walls.
Yeah, I smoked a lot of cigarettes.
And he was sucking on some
I helped
snakes.
with a mop. I'm not gonna say what I was mopping. I don't know what it was. I just mopped.
White and definitely his legs.
That's just sour cream.
Yeah, so that was a positive.
Sour cream went.
So yes, I did my part to help out the gay, lesbian, and
I'm
otherwise
sure
obvious
you
community,
did.
in the form of audio equipment. Yes,
Wonder
and
Twin
I
Powers.
did hang out by the back door,
Wonder Twin
covering my
Powers.
own back
Oh,
door.
he likes the cutest equipment.
Yeah, they like my equipment.
Never go to the drag show without working equipment. That's
Right. Well,
What the fuck did I walk into?
I did get my picture taken with them. They offered, they asked, and I said no, thanks. I'm good.
Man, I go to take a leak
my
and get a
God.
call from my daughter, and I come back and we're talking about Colin's equipment at the at the drag show. What the fuck?
He was at the rear entrance, okay?
right. He
Mopping
was
up
just
something white.
he just hung by the rear entrance.
Dude, when I
He
left,
was just hanging by the back door.
Dude, when I left, we were talking about wholesome shit like Tom and Jerry. I come back to the back door entrance of the drag show.
I'm sorry, Chris, if you missed it. I had to set up audio equipment for this drag queen show because
And
the
it
guy was
worked
supposed
just
to back
fine.
Yep.
I'm sure
Yeah.
RuPaul fully appreciated it.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that's who told him he had great equipment.
I did learn that it's no longer just dicks with chicks. Now it's dudes with tits. And
What's the difference?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too. I think that was the whole. I think that was the pregnant pause that everybody had. Like, wait a minute, what's the difference between the two?
yeah, they were friendly people. I just kept to myself. I hung out with the owner most of the night, talking to him about what we were witnessing, and but yeah, I'm not going to ruin it for anybody who wants to go on those events. You'll have to figure it out yourself. I'm not going to give details. But yeah, they had a good time, and I was happy to be able to assist them with audio equipment only.
Well, when they come to town, I think I've got some desperate I would love to send just to watch what happens.
Well, they had a good time. They all had fun. They got to have their gay
Hey,
pride time. And
Drag shows are very entertaining.
yeah, there was feathers and sparkles and sequins, and there was fairy poop all over the floor when they were done. But they seemed to have fun.
So it was
And most-
piles of glitter? Is that what you're saying is fairy poop?
Fairy poop. Yeah, there was glitter. Fairy poop
Oh, yeah.
everywhere.
Okay.
On the
Okay,
floor.
I'm just making sure because, you were talking about rear entrances. That could get messy.
You know what I mean by fairy poop.
You know
We
what?
all know what I mean.
You know what? I've gone to the gay pride parade before, and I've seen drag queens and shit like that before.
I knew it.
Maybe it's insensitive of me to ask this, but why is it every drag queen or man who feels they're a female trapped in a man body? Why do they all dress exactly as the exact kind of woman that nobody, including women, would ever want to go outside looking like? Like, seriously,
Yeah.
like all the glitter and fairy poop and everything. No normal woman I have ever known in my life would ever dress like that, even for fucking Halloween.
Well,
It's like
Each
somebody
their own, I
threw up
guess.
a cabaret.
yeah, I seen some of that last night or this weekend. Yeah, I did.
And I understand my question. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm actually trying to understand. Like, if you're a drag queen and it's not just for show, because I know there's a difference between those that just dress up and drag for show and those that's their lifestyle.
Well, there's a difference between drag queen and transgender.
Right. Well, I'm not even saying transgender. Transgender are literally
Right.
trying to be the opposite sex of which they were born. Drag queens are still fine being, for lack of a better term here, guys that just dress as women, whether it's a
Right.
lifestyle or a show. But either way you look at it, why do you choose the most gaudy, ugly, guaranteed to never get you laid as a man or a woman ever type clothing and personalities?
I
Right.
don't
I don't
think
know.
that they're going out there to get laid. I think it's the pageantry and the show.
Yeah.
They have fun doing what they do. Apparently,
Yeah.
they like the show of it, and they do what they like.
Almost like
I
a
guess
type
they have
of
every
performance
right,
art.
but it is
Maybe.
bizarre that they do that. But they have the right, whatever. I don't care. I just run sound.
Oh, no, I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm not saying
Yeah.
they don't have a right. I'm
He
just
ju-
trying
he
to
ju-
understand the
Co-
process
Colin just ran sound, made sure his equipment worked,
in the back door.
Yeah.
and hung by the back door.
Or he's cleaning up stuff on the floor?
I brought no one home from that show. Let's just
Not
make
You
that
didn't say
clear.
you did.
Not even his equipment. He just left it there.
No, I rode my bike home alone.
I bet you got glitter on you.
Did you have a little basket on it with a flag in the back?
I still gotta clean off the glitter off my equipment. Wait, I gotta sterilize my microphones and all kinds.
Yeah.
Well,
We figured you got glitter on your equipment while you were there.
they're making me freak out over here, man.
Hey, you know what? The bar I like to go to do karaoke. One of the ways they handled that, like not just for glitter or fucking shit like that, but like the COVID
Did
crisis.
you used to show up for get karaoke and do glitter?
No, but I'm just saying, like, regardless of glitter and all that, even for the COVID shit, he started putting like little fucking mic condoms on it. And they would switch it out every performance. So, literally, like this little cover that they put on the fucking microphone.
all because Chris brought glitter to karaoke.
I farted it out,
Yeah.
man. I wanted it to be like one of those fucking air cannons that shoot confetti. You know what I mean?
Right. Pull my finger.
Well, they only wanted my equipment.
I'm sure they
leave some
did.
Feathers behind. There were feathers and sparkles and shiny crap, and there was some shiny chaps that were kind of weird, but they had undies on.
I hear fucking George Takei in my head right
Did
now.
he just say
Oh
undies?
my!
Oh my.
They
He
had
said
undies
undies.
on.
Wait, why do you call them undies?
Well, they're not over. They're undie. They're
Okay.
under, right?
Don, what do you call them?
What are we talking about?
Panties.
Underwear.
Whose? Mine?
I
No,
go.
he calls them panties. What do you call them, Don?
I call them underwear.
Yeah, Chris, what do you call them?
Non-existent because I
undies.
usually go commando.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. I call them panties, but for my daughter, I say undies because it's fun for the kiddos, But
Underwear.
Colin, how old are you again?
Oh yeah, children shouldn't be wearing panties.
I
Children
don't
wear
underwear.
undies.
Y'all know that.
Underoos.
It
Underoos.
don't matter what you call
Oh my
it.
God.
Same thing. A wasted piece of fabric.
Are you one of those commando goers too that has to streak your own jeans?
Man,
Well,
I've got
yeah,
more
why
skid
wouldn't
marks than a tarmac at the airport. I don't
Nobody
care.
goes down
You
there
gotta have
anyway.
barriers, man.
Well, I don't even care if my fly zipped. If it can't get up, it can't get out.
Well, I mean, when your equipment works as well as yours.
Actually, I stole that. My grandpa used that term once.
Look, he's looking to stick his shit. He's got his zipper down because he's looking to stick his shit in every port like fucking RTD2 in a fucking Star Wars movie.
Yeah. He's just hanging by the back door.
That was horrible. Horrible. But I did see lots of sparkles and shimmery stuff and shiny chaps.
And you
nobody
didn't
tried to
take
cornhole
pictures.
me. No, nobody tried to cornhole me. They were very friendly, good people.
You
and I
didn't
don't
think
mind that
you
they
didn't think
are
about this
strange.
podcast at all and take one fucking picture of somebody letting go of a unicorn fart.
No, there were no pictures. No.
That could have been the
Not
difference.
had any-
That could have been the difference between 5 views and
I respect your
5,000
pride,
views
too.
right there, and you didn't think once about it.
No, me with the drag queen. Sorry. I mean, they respect what they do. They do what they do, and that's cool. I hooked them up with the sound stuff they needed for their sound equipment. But
Hey.
that's it.
Hey, I'm a capitalist. I'm not saying I disrespect their lifestyle. I'm just saying if I can fucking capitalize on it.
Oh,
If
they
I
had a
could
good
pull
time.
views from a
They,
good picture.
Well, the place was packed. I was surprised. It was really busy.
Fudge packing?
But yeah.
Yeah.
No, not that kind of packed. I mean, it was wall to wall people.
I'm going to leave this
they
alone
were-
before it becomes the
they were
orgy
fun,
scene
yeah.
from the second Matrix movie.
Yeah.
It was fun. They had a good time. and I
Wait,
was
what?
happy for them.
You don't remember that scene in the second Matrix movie?
Oh, with
They
the
made it-
robot.
They made it back to that cave area, and they were talking about, like, we've got the one, and the next thing you know, they're all doing, like, this little dance session that turns into a total orgy fest.
We're
Wait a
watching a
minute.
weird
The
movie. Chris.
people?
I don't remember that.
You don't?
I-
That's how bad the
I
second
don't,
movie
I don't.
was.
Yeah,
He must have been tripping.
No, I was just dumb enough to stay awake during that movie.
that's yeah. That was the mistake you made.
Look, the first
All right,
Matrix
so,
was fine. The other two were hot garbage.
Yeah,
All right, so
I can agree with that.
Another interesting thing that happened today in history. In 1848, 173 years ago, Elizabeth Cody Stanton organized a 2-day meeting during which they used the language of the Declaration of Independence to state their claim for women's rights, stating that it gave them the right they felt they had or were entitled to as American citizens. Stanton also introduced the 300 men and women in attendance, the radical idea of inclusion of women in the Declaration of Independence and a demand for women's rights to vote, suffrage they called it. At that time, no women were allowed to vote anywhere on the planet, and many women, in fact, objected to the idea, thinking it was impossible. Additionally, bloomers were introduced to the feminist gathering by Amelia Jenks Bloomer, according to the fashion legend, who donned a pair at the conference where everybody else wore dresses. That's a
Wait,
little piece of history.
I'm not getting this. Is this something that happened a long time ago, or and people
Yeah,
were
yeah.
recreating it, or is this something that people are still bitching about today, that women don't
this
have
was,
rights and all that
yeah.
shit, even though like everybody on the United States soil has the exact same rights?
It's
Right,
this
well,
day in
no.
history.
Oh, the history.
day in
Okay, that's
history.
where I missed. That's
Yeah,
where I
women's
missed.
rights movement was actually born to this day in history.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, that's where I was missing the
And
statement.
it was started by this woman Elizabeth Cody Stanton in Seneca Falls, New York, at the Women's Rights Conference or Women's Rights Convention. Sorry, apparently it was the first of its kind, and at the time there was no women were allowed to vote on the whole planet. So today is kind of an important day for women's rights in history. Which I thought I would make positive mention.
No, that's cool.
We have
That's
a lot of
Woohoo!
no, that's cool and that's great, and I celebrate that. I thought we were talking about somebody fucking still bitching about that shit today, in which case I would equate them to somebody like a
No.
flat earther who, the science is already there that what you're bitching about has already been straightened out. Shut up. But remembering something
right,
from
but it's
history
interesting.
is definitely a smart. Yeah, that's a cool thing.
Right. So women wearing bloomers out there in public like that was like the key thing that they were all wearing bloomers. I guess it's Amelia Jenks Bloomer.
What's
yeah.
a bloomer? Because forgive me my ignorance here, but we just got done talking about underwear and shit like that. And when I was a kid, that's
Right.
kind of what they called girls' underwear, which was bloomers.
Bloomer. Yeah.
Yeah,
So is
no,
that
I
what
think
they were
bloomers are more like
bacon
pants.
flavored.
so is that what
Bacon
she showed up to?
flavored bloomers.
Sour cream
No
colored.
bacon flavored bloomers. I don't think.
No, but
They hadn't gotten
seriously, is
far
that
in 1848?
seriously is that what a bloomer was back then too? Like everybody else showed up in dresses, she showed up in her underwear. I mean, like what is a bloomer from back then?
Bloomers are like pants, kind of like little. They wrap around your leg and then
lacy
they kind
pants.
of bloom out.
Lacy shorts. Yeah, they're like lacy
Yeah, they're
shorts.
cute.
Kind
Yeah,
of like
yeah.
the old
Bloomer.
timey swimwear. Like what you would see Olive
I'm gonna have to
Oil
send you
wear
a
when
pair of
she would go to
bloomers.
the beach with Popeye.
I'm gonna send you a pair of bloomers.
You gonna send me a pair of bloomers?
Yeah, send him a
very
pair
well.
of bloomers with that little Johnson,
And I will wear
I'll
them.
wear them once and send them.
and you have to take a picture with the little Johnson while you're wearing the bloomers.
The little Johnson hanging out of my bloomers.
What do you think of it?
I'll do
I'm
it.
rethinking this whole thing now.
Your
So,
boy,
yeah, I don't know. I just figured I'd include that in a little piece of history there.
your
and
boy
then on
Willie
this
will
day
never let
in
me touch his guitar again.
No bloomers and guitar at the same time now.
Come on,
Um,
I can't work with this
Unless
type of
you've been, like,
limitation.
video it, and we could do a session.
Totally
If we do
video
a
it.
session on it, and you're in bloomers with your guitar, that'd be all right.
Look, when I was a kid,
Yeah, well, we'll get some hits, right?
Look, when I was a kid, I could do all the stupid shit I want because there was no fucking video cameras. Nowadays, there's no point in doing all the stupid shit I want unless it's being fucking recorded.
Exactly.
Yeah, go figure. How's that work? Huh. So on this day in 1954 was the first Elvis Presley single, a song called "That's All Right," which you can find on YouTube. And then on the B side was the "Blue Moon of Kentucky." It was released by Sun Records, and only 7,000 copies were published, enough to make it a hit in Memphis, Tennessee. The performance was later hailed in Rock and Roll, Rolling Stone magazine as the first rock and roll record.
Yeah,
So,
forget
yeah,
about Chuck Berry and
job.
all that before
Man.
Elvis. Look, I'll admit Elvis is king, but that wasn't the first rock and roll record. Come on, man.
Well, Chuck Berry didn't come along until like 1956.
No, he didn't make it big till 1956. He was around, and he was already doing the
Yeah.
shit he was doing. I gotta
Right,
give
yeah.
I gotta give
Pretty
credit where credit's
expensive.
due. Elvis is the
Yeah.
king of rock and roll, but he is not the first rock and roller.
Well, according to Rolling Stone, they hailed this album as the first rock and roll record. I don't know.
Yeah, they
I mean,
also say
chronologically, maybe with that type of a swing and blues sped up kind of a tone, could be. Rolling Stone would know,
yeah, I don't trust Rolling Stone.
but that's probably debatable.
They
guess
said
it didn't-
Oasis was a good band. They lost all credibility with me.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my God.
To where
Well,
even
those
I can
numbers-
admit Oasis was just a '90s knockoff version of the Beatles.
As long as it ain't Meatloaf, I'm good.
Fuck is wrong with Meatloaf? You stick him between two fucking brick walls and you got yourself a fucking basket full of snakes. I don't know. I'm just
Meatloaf is delicious. A little bit of bacon on top.
edible bacon.
Right. Well,
Is
yeah.
there non-edible bacon? Well, if my ex-wife made it, probably there would be some unedible bacon.
No, it's the used up underwear that you flavored bacon that nobody wants to buy. That's what they're using.
I would totally buy it. If they actually sold it, I would buy it. I wouldn't eat it, but I would buy it. That would hang up on my wall in the background.
You'd
of the
get
podcast.
hungry. You'd get hungry one night and chew on that shit.
I'd rather have like fucking
Bacon underwear.
venison
No.
jerky underwear. That would be cool. That I'll
See,
snack
if I
on.
had bacon underwear, I could have sold them at that show. Yep. Could have made a bundle.
We can make some
Okay.
money off that shit, man.
Right out the back door, I could have sold it. Ha.
Yeah. In fact, we'll make a thong version, so that way, like the panty waist and the crotch spot will be all bacon or whatever, but the thong, piece of string up the ass crack will actually be dental floss, so that way you can clean your teeth after you're done eating.
Yeah, but they need to make like Vienna sausage flavored underwear because they already taste like ass.
Devil's
This is a
hash,
test subject. You can let us know.
deviled ham.
You try it. You let us know.
Pickled egg flavored underwear. That's
Oh, God.
Record it. If you can.
Pickled pig's feet for all you sickos down south.
Got video it.
Florida man gorged himself to death on pickled pig feet thong underwear.
yeah. You want some pickled egg flavored panties with just that hint of vinegar.
Oh,
Oh, that's a good bacon.
that's turning my stomach.
Yeah. We're off the rails again, man.
Oh, that
If
Bacon.
anyone needs to be cured from watching porn, this is definitely the things that you have to keep in mind. Pickled eggs on foot. So there.
Hey, did you see that new pair of edible underwear? Crab cakes?
I'll pass on that one.
Says it can last up to a week. If not treated.
Nothing
Oh,
but meat or fish.
I don't even think we need an after hours after this. I think that goes.
No, I think
we got it
we've
right
all
there.
gone after hours.
Yeah, I think we got it right there. Guys, let's go ahead and call this episode. I'll let you start off with Mr. Don Smith because he's the only one of us that actually has shit going on.
Oh, I got some stuff going on. I'm in Tubi TV is a new streaming service that's free, and right now I have a shit ton of movies on there. You can find Black Mamba, The Goocher, 6 Feet Below Hell, Straight Outta Hate. What else? King Killer. I'm on a handful of movies that are on Tubi TV. You can check out my IMDb, imdb.me/Donald Smith. I'm getting ready to get back on some sets this weekend. I'm going to be producing and acting in the role of Lucifer on the upcoming Bulletproof Jesus, which is going to be super fun. Plus, I got a couple other movies in the works over the next coming weeks. So hopefully, before too long, a bunch of those releases to announce as well.
Nice. You know, we still got to sit down and do our own little like Mystery Science Theater 3000 with Don's movies. Just for Patreon, we will sit there and we will pick apart Don's. We will make Don sit down and pick apart his movies with us.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
He will criticize his own roles.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Colin.
Hey guys, I'm on here with Breaking the Fourth Wall. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on YouTube. If you want to give me a shout, send me an email. It's Colin Washburn with a K at gmail.com, or hit me on Facebook or whatever if you got something to say to any of these guys. And let's not forget about our buddy Rudder, who's got his What's Your Effing Bitch deal. He's not with us today, but he'll be around probably, at some point.
And don't forget, you can find Colin at the drag queen shows. Just check the back door.
Yep, and make sure his equipment's working.
My equipment works.
Ren.
You can find me on Facebook, Ren Tuathity Dannon, and I love to talk about all things Star Wars, science fiction, science, fantasy, all good stuff.
I actually have an argument I want to have one day. Not today, obviously, but one day. I want to have an argument about the new direction of Star Trek. I was watching Star Trek Episode 4, The Voyage Home, the other day while I was doing a whole bunch of edits. And it reminded me that there's no cursing in Star Trek, yet it seems to be commonplace in the modern renditions of Star Trek, as in Picard, Discovery, and Lower Decks. That profanity seems to be very prevalent in the writing, yet back in the original Prime Star Trek, they didn't understand cursing. When they went back in time to the 1980s and people were cursing at them, they were confused because people didn't use profanity in the future. So
yes, I remember that.
I'm curious how people justify that for the current trends of Star Trek, but that's a discussion for another day.
Spock learned it when he went back, and everybody just kept going from there.
Double dumbass.
It took it a while for Spock to get it back into the vernacular, but he made it.
There it is. And last but certainly not least, Miss Serenity Stone.
Oh, man. You always put me on the spot, and I'm never ready, ever.
You were the last one to go to. You should have known by now.
I know, but I never feel like I need to say anything at the end. Just see you later, stalk them, you'll find me. How's that?
There you go. That works well enough.
Want to talk to Serenity, get a hold of me. I'll get her a message for sure.
He'll send it via Little Johnson. And, of course, guys, if you enjoyed this episode in any capacity, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, comment, subscribe. Check out all the other great podcasts of Breaking the Fourth Wall Entertainment. And if you prefer them in audio-only format, we got you covered. Just look up Breaking the Fourth Wall Entertainment on Apple, iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, or wherever quality podcasts can be heard. We will join you next week. Make sure you're also checking out the Legends of the Forgotten Gods D&D series. It is getting ready to wrap up Season 2. So you guys are in for a treat because the big battles are just about to begin. And until then, guys, have a great night, and we will catch you on the next Breaking the Fourth Wall Weekly. Have a good night.